हेलो एवरीवन। तो आज हम लोग चैप्टर 3 एक्सिस एंड प्लेन के साथ आज आपको हम स्टार्ट करेंगे। तो हमने चैप्टर 1 में बॉडी मूवमेंट्स पढ़ा, चैप्टर 2 में हमने लिवर के बारे में पढ़ा। अब चैप्टर 3 में हमारे बॉडी में कितने एक्सिस हैं और कितने प्लेन हैं जिनके थ्रू हमारी बॉडी के सारे मूवमेंट्स होते हैं, उनके बारे में आज हम डिटेल पढ़ेंगे। तो विल स्टार्ट विद द इंट्रोडक्शन। फर्स्ट, द बॉडी परफॉर्म्स मूवमेंट थ्रू अ प्लेन एंड अराउंड अ एक्सिस। मतलब कोई भी बॉडी में मूवमेंट होता है तो वो किसी प्लेन के थ्रू होता है और अराउंड एक्सिस के अराउंड होता है। नाउ विल मूव ऑन टू द डेफिनेशन। So the plane definition is a plane is an imaginary flat surface along which a movement takes place. There are three planes in our body: sagittal plane, coronal plane and horizontal plane. And axis is an imaginary line about which the body moves or any rotation movements occur. There are three axes: sagittal axis, coronal axis and transverse axis. So we'll move on with each and every plane and axis in detail. So there are three planes. So we'll move on to first plane, sagittal plane. A sagittal plane is an anatomical plane which divides the body into right and left part. If we divide the body from here, one side the right portion, the other side is the left portion. So this plane is the sagittal plane. The movements along this plane tends to be forward or backward, like walking, running or somersault. Now we'll move on to the body movements which are occurring in sagittal plane: bicep curls, squatting, walking, running, jumping, climbing stair, dorsiflexion, plantar flexion and body का any joint, shoulder flexion or extension, etc. Now we'll move to transverse plane. Transverse plane is also called as horizontal plane, axial plane or transaxial plane. So it is an imaginary plane that divides the body into superior and inferior part. Like if we cut the body from the half, the upper segment and the lower segment. So this plane is called as transverse plane. So it is perpendicular to coronal and sagittal plane. So movement occurring in this plane includes skating, spin or all the rotation movements. For example, supination, pronation, retraction, protraction, horizontal abduction and horizontal adduction movements. Now frontal plane. Frontal plane is also a vertical plane, but it divides the body into front and back. If we divide the body from here, so the interior portion and the posterior portion is divided by frontal plane. So movement occurring in this plane is star jumps or cartwheels. In the body, we have abduction, adduction, radial ulnar deviation, side flexion of trunk, side flexion of neck, inversion and eversion. So these are the three planes. Now we'll move to axis. There are first axis is vertical axis. So vertical axis runs through the body vertically from top to bottom. Sagittal axis runs through body horizontally from the left to right, as you can see in the diagram, from left to right. And frontal axis runs through the body horizontally from back to front. So this is the vertical axis, this is the sagittal axis and the red one is the frontal axis, which divides the body into two parts. Hope you understand the concept of axis and plane. If you want more such topics, you can comment us. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.